Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here. Once again, I will be showing you more farming methods. Today, we are showing you about all of the things you can do in Tyrn's End and how profitable or non-profitable they can and or can't be. So, I have decided to spend a lot of my currency, most of my alterations, and then some that I got from a friend who traded from, so on and so forth. And basically, I ended up spending most of my alterations to roll these watchstones because I rolled a couple sets because there's not just one, not two, but four different methods and four different styles and ways you can farm in Tyrn's End. So, without further ado, I will show you a little bit about them. First one I have covered before, so I'm going to go over it a little bit quicker than normal. The first one is the notable in Tyrn's End. It is called exotic goods. Well, exotic goods last league was already strong, and this league they decided to buff it a bit. Now, when they decided to buff it, basically, when I say that, you can find 6 links, you can find just raw currency, you can find scarabs, you can find fossils. I found stacks of perfect, stacks of what is it called, corroded, all kinds of stuff, which I'll sell for a pretty good amount. And it is really lucrative and really valuable to do this. And as such, I am going to be placing a couple of maps into my map device and running them real quick like to kind of show you what it looks like. Now, the 4 watchstones I have rolled are Invaders Platinum Tyrn's End watchstones, and they all have tier 2 or higher. That's just what I got, and they're you don't really need super high tiers. Tier 2, in my opinion, feels like it's solid enough for you to spawn enough of the invaders and get pretty good loot that way. So now that we have that set up, I'm going to get some maps, and before I put in my map to show you, I'm going to go over a couple of the other alternative farming methods. Well, let's see, Tirn End, and I think I have like a whole bunch of one of these maps somewhere. Yeah, sure, okay. So we're going to pull out some white shores, and this is the same exact thing I did before, as when I just did a bunch of white tier maps to show you exactly why I like this farming method so much. So we're just going to put in white shores, and we're going to go. But before we do that, I'm going to go over some of the alternative farming methods. Now, as you know, there is a bestiary farming method where you can farm beasts up and you can get all kinds of stuff, and this is one of the methods that is most common. It's the one that has area contains capsule beasts. Areas that contain capsule beasts have a chance to be contain an additional red beast. Now, obviously, if you go into the tree and you look, you already have red beasts have a chance to be in pairs. So you couple that with the red beast, more red beasts coming in, then it just kind of makes sense, right? You're just stacking more red beasts. Then you have a chance for yellow beasts to be replaced with red beasts. It's not a big chance, but it's enough of a chance to make a difference. On top of which, you have the Great Migration, which can replace every single beast on your map with or every single pack on your map with red beasts. Now, this doesn't include any kind of packs that are summoned via league mechanics. So legions, beyond, anything like that, all of those will summon normally, but the normal packs that spawn on the map will be replaced with red beasts. Now, you can mitigate this a bit by adding additional packs of monsters to your map. I've actually had it to where I had a capturable like 40 plus red beasts in one map, and it gets pretty crazy. Now, on top of running the 3 watchstones that I aforementioned before, you can also run the Sockwells, the Cryek, the Ferric, or I forgot the 4th one off the top of my head, but I didn't roll it. I ran out of watchstones, so there's those. Now, I would run a whole bunch of maps to kind of show you this, but I feel like just running maps to capture beasts is a little bit boring. My opinion, obviously. But I will say that if it is brought up and someone wants to see how good this is, I will gladly throw in a good 5 map session with these watchstones on to show you and respec my atlas. Now, without further ado, I am going to get to well, I thought I said I had 5. I guess I have 4. Let me get a 5th one real quick. Cool. I have a 5-map session going for this current setup, which is exotic goods, just so you guys can kind of see how good and or bad it is. Now, I have had people come to me and say, hey, I really like this farming method. This is all I'm using this league. And, oh, I did have 5. And, you know, thank you for doing this and that. And, you know, and then other people are just wondering, why is it good? What's so good about it? And literally, it's just the sample size of how many good things you can get off of these invasion bosses is really big. I've actually managed to get exalts. I've managed like a stack of 2 exalts, believe it or not. And I've managed to get like 6 chaos. I've managed to get 2 divine orbs. I've managed to get 6 links and stuff like that. All of that can drop along with the normal fossils and stuff like that. So here's one. Let's see what he gives me. 11 silver coins. See, that's off of 1 enemy that I got 11 silver coins. Now I want to remind you that I am running these maps white, so you can kind of judge for yourself, you know, what it's like. In my testing, running them out, running the maps, anything like that has no influence on what the invasion bosses drop. So you can do it. It is, you know, it is a thing you can do if you want to just run your maps with you know, quality and stuff like that, just so you can have more drops or whatnot. Go for it. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just, it's not necessary to get the drops off of the invasion bosses themselves. Now, I have done this exact same method, doing both white and yellow tier maps, and the major thing that changes is between white to red. In white maps, you find a lot of 6-socket 5 links, and in red maps, you find a lot of 6 links. It's not a lot, but it's enough that you're going to notice it, you know, in a map-to-map basis, and it's going to be really lucrative. As you saw, I did get a little bit of drops from my boss. I got this, and I think this off of my boss, and I think the alt, I'm not sure, but I did get 11 silver coins off of one of the invasion bosses, so that's pretty good. We're going to throw in our next map real quick, and we can hop right to farming. Now, one thing I will recommend if you're doing this is you can run this a couple of different ways. One of the big ways you can run it is like I'm running it now, which is just running the white maps. You can also run it without the watchstones to start and still get drops. Like right here, this is what I mean. I just got a 3 chaos drop and a what is that? A 4 watchstone, whatever. Also, that's another thing. You can actually sustain your maps directly off of these invasion bosses. So if you're running out of maps in League or anything like that, just run these invasion bosses for like a day. You'll have more than enough maps. And we got 9 silver coins. And there we go, is a 5-link 6-socket. See if we can't get a big drop sometime in this map. The only reason I'm full clearing is because this map is kind of wide open, so you kind of have to. Now we got another singular silver coin. Alright. So far in one map we got one of these maps was from them. We end up getting 3 chaos from them. I end up getting more silver coins, and I got a 6-socket 5-link, which I'm not going to vendor because I have too many jewelers. But there, you know, when you get the 6 links, it's a divine orb. It's worth vendoring, obviously, even for me. So we're going to put in our 3rd map. And get on our way. Now, as I said, if there is a call for making a bestiary farming video, I will do it. But one thing I will say is that I'm going to go a lot of maps with farming a bunch of beasts that I'm not even going to be able to see. So usually what it is I'll do a bunch of beast maps, and then I'll go and check my bestiary and check if I got anything, because I don't pay attention to what I have. As you see, I have a very fast clearing character. Oh, there we go, our first 6-link on our third map. And it's item level 83, I think. 83. You can get them to item level 85 and 86 if you have like +1 to area and all that stuff. It's not very hard to do. Obviously, you can run 3 watchstones and +1 to area and still manage to do it. Or you can run 2 watchstones and +1 to area and manage to do it, if that's what you want to do. Now, obviously, your experience isn't going to be the same as mine. You're 4 chisels. You're probably not going to go 3 maps and find a 6-link. But if I were to guess, it's like 1 out of every 10 to 15 maps, I get a good drop. A good drop being like a 6-link, a stack of fossils, that's good. Like perfects or corrodids or stuff like that. I'm unsure what pricing is like on PC for these, but I know on console, corrodids and perfects are pretty expensive, breaking 10+ chaos each right now. So let's put in our next map after we've entered this armor, and then you can kind of see for yourself what it's like farming this method. Put in a shore, run the map real quick. Alright, let's see if we can't get some farming sesh going. Sometimes I off-screen things, so if I'm not seeing what drops, that's why I have far shot on. Excuse me. Anyway, this is pretty much like, this is a method I've been using in League to just get. Oh, there's 4 aberrant. I don't know if aberrants are worth anything though. I think they're only like a chaos each right now. Oh, and we got a map return. Excuse me. Now we'll do our last map real quick and show you exactly what we have gotten in 5 maps. Again, small reminder, all 5 of these maps are white. None of these maps are out chiseled. I don't have anything rolled for sextants. All I have is 4 watchstones, and I'm running this, and this will give you kind of basically a perspective of what you can expect by running exotic goods. And my opinion is, if you're not running it, especially if you don't have currency and you need currency, if you're not running it, you're making a mistake. Right there, that's 7 cartographer's chisels.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Yeah, Drox, I know. Okay, what other things over here? Yeah, there's some coal.
You think you are exploring
Normally I don't even pop my potions, but because Drox enemies are annoying. I'm unsure if I got that off of invasion boss, but I got a map return, so that's cool. So that sound, I think that was a quality gem. Yep, 18 quality gem. They don't show up on my filter, unfortunately. It's just the way it is, because I don't need them. Now you can find level 21 gems, 21, 23 gems. You can find anything that isn't a specific league type item. Like, you can't find, obviously, league specific stuff. I think all the uniques are on the table, are still going to be droppable, obviously, but you can't, just an example, you can't find harvest specific things or anything like that from them. But you can find a huge amount of other stuff anyway. And I think that's it for the map. Yep, with 23 monsters remaining, we're not going to worry about it. And here's a kind of a final result. Let's say I drop like 5 maps, just so you can kind of see. If I drop 5 maps, I don't know if we fully sustained. I wasn't paying too much attention. Including this one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 maps returned. And 2 of the maps at least were from the monsters themselves. We got 1 divine orb, 4 aberrants, a bunch of silver coins, some chisels, some chaos, and you know it's all adding up pretty quickly and real easily at that. And obviously this is a speedy character, min-max character, and you know I can get more, or I can probably even do this faster on my self-chill or anything like that. But I don't really care to. I'm just more interested in kind of enjoying myself and making YouTube videos right now. So all I really care about is kind of bringing this to you. And we did sustain 1 shore. I saw that drop, so that's pretty cool. Overall, including the maps we got off boss, we spent 5 maps to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maps back. So we almost doubled the maps, and we ran them white. We had scour. We didn't even scour them. We just got them out of our tab white, and we ran them real quickly to kind of show you, you know, what you're looking for and everything like that. Now I hope this was a good example, so you guys can see, you know, what it's like to do the exotic goods node. And I know I am revisiting this, but I tried to make it short and sweet without over explaining anything like that, just for my new part of the series where I go over the benefits of farming each area and how to kind of maximize the farming of it. Now before I go, I am going to go over one more thing. So there's a watchstone. This is the only watchstone modifier that is good for Abyss. It is there's only 1 tier for it. Abyssal troves and areas have 2% chance to drop a rare item with an abyssal socket. Now this is cool. In my opinion, if you can roll 4 of these and try running Abyss, it might be worth it to try and see if you can get like a cool pair of gloves with abyssal socket that has like 2 resistances already on it. And then, you know, influence it and do kind of a cool little kind of meta craft for the prefixes. But the weight of 1, I think out of all of the 2,000 alts I spent, I only found it once. And I wasn't aiming for it, it just showed up. So that being said, it's not really worth rolling for it. However, if you can buy them, especially if you're on PC and you can buy them, it might be worth a shot to try and find some really cool abyssal rares. Even if you roll 3 of them in +1 area, that would be cool. Another thing you can do is maybe even roll 2 and 2 +1 areas, though I don't know how high a chance that's going to be. Honestly, if you're going to run it, I just run 4 for the highest chance to get it. Then take whatever you get. Even if you don't get item level 86 boots, you still have a chance to get pretty good stuff anyway. Without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn. I hope you guys enjoy this video series where I go over and explain the best farming methods in my opinion for each area, and or how to min-max farming in each area to your decision. If any of these methods pertain to you and you would like to practice, put them into practice, go for it. Let me know how it turns out. I've already had people tell me that the exotic goods node is very good. Now I will put a disclaimer up front. This isn't my strategy. I learned about this via a YouTuber early last league. I can't remember who it was, but I know Zizarin was talking about it as well. Without that being said, thank you very much for watching my my videos. I hope my videos are informative, and most of all, take it easy, everyone. Have a good day, and enjoy yourselves and stay safe out there. Right.